Hey, what's up? What's going on? Alright, this is my Iron Man 3 movie review. Okay, well, here's the thing. I think Iron Man 3 is coming off of all of the excitement from the Avengers, okay? So, in Iron Man 3, Tony Stark is having issues, is having some residual issues from some of the stuff that happened in the Avengers. Okay, so if you saw the Avengers, that helps a little bit. But then we get into the storyline kicks in. Now, if you've been watching the previews of Iron Man 3, you probably saw a whole bunch of action, and there is action in this, but I have to say I was a little bit disappointed. There isn't as much action as you would think, especially after watching the previews. And the plot is extremely convoluted. It almost felt like it didn't really know what it wanted to do. Was it an action comedy type movie, or was it a Tony Stark sort of self introspection movie? It just felt like it was was it a romantic movie? It couldn't quite decide what it wanted to be. Now, if you're familiar with the comic books with Marvel, you're probably familiar with Mandarin, and Mandarin in this movie was really disappointing. It just didn't turn out the way I expected. I don't really want to give anything away. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but Mandarin definitely was a disappointment in this movie. And so basically the synopsis of the story is Tony Stark is, like I said earlier, is dealing with issues, some internal issues from stuff that happened in the Avengers. And essentially there've been a series of bombings, terrorist bombings, and just mysterious bombings that the authorities, intelligence agencies have no clue who the hell is committing these bombings. And at some point it strikes close to home when Tony Stark essentially his home, gets attacked. You've probably seen that in the trailers. Pretty cool scene. But as the story moves along, it just becomes a lot more convoluted. It just kind of starts bouncing all over the place. We don't see too much of Pepper, during the movie. We don't really see too much of her. And like I said, it just kind of bounces around a lot. I was quite disappointed with this. On a scale of 1 to 10, I gave it a 5, and I only gave it a 5 because it had some pretty good action sequences. Again, it didn't have as much action as you would think from the trailers, and the story was just really convoluted. Again, like I said, Mandarin was a disappointment, and the stuff that goes on towards the end that Tony does, that almost takes away the whole idea of who Iron Man is, I felt. And another thing was his suit. Again, I don't want to give away anything. I don't want to ruin it for you, but we're used to seeing Tony Stark in his suit, and his suit is his armor, and it's a badass suit and can withstand a lot. And well, let's just say it wasn't quite as well. Again, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but just watch out for stuff that happens with his suits, with his suit of armor, and you figure out what I'm talking about. So all in all, I give it a 5 out of 10. Had some good comedic moments, had some good action sequences. Not enough, in my opinion. Story was really convoluted. The plot line I felt was weak, and the nemesis Mandarin was very weak. So, but It's a decent popcorn movie, and certainly not as good as Iron Man 1. And Iron Man 2 was a disappointment for a lot of people, but I actually think Iron Man 2 was actually better than this. So go check it out, see what you think, and leave me some comments. All right, check you later. Bye.